Okay, this video is for you, my girls, that love to train arms but actually doesn't know what to do in the gym. So I'm going to be training arms with Eric and Dorian. I'm actually excited for this video because I've been training arm for like a whole year with like Dorian and Cody, and I feel like it gets so boring when I train alone. So like when I have actually like people to train arms with, I actually enjoy it. So that's going to be good for you guys, well, my girls, and also guys that just want to have a little bit more idea of like what to do. I'm gonna do a bit of more of like dumbbells, cable, like things that everyone can use. We might use a little bit of machine, but yeah, I'm just gonna get this started. So I have my pre here. I have just a tangerine for pump. I am obsessed every time I have it. I don't know how good this is, but how they did that, but yeah. I would have intra, grapefruit, as you guys know, and some Relight for extra pump. So I'm gonna see if the guys are ready and we're gonna get started. I found the sickest lipstick. Look at that. It's an Oreo, and it smells like Oreo, and it tastes like Oreos.
All right, so we're gonna get really confused now. We just said we're gonna train arms, and I pulled out something and said we're gonna do something for serratus, which most of us would throw in shoulders or back workouts, but we wanna just warm up our shoulder girdle so we can actually line up our shoulders properly to deal with some of the flexion extension stuff we're gonna do. So we're gonna do a simple pullover, put our thumbs on top, and put some real weight on there. And all we're gonna think about is our bicep are gonna follow the angle of the handle. Pointed on the 45. Yeah, so if the handle's 45, we're gonna be on 45. Yeah, we're gonna match. So all we're gonna do is reach out and think about moving our shoulder girdle so we can actually get this sort of pull through, okay? Super easy for you guys. Okay, so there's our 45. So there's our 45 there. Yeah, I feel it kind of pulls you off your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And so again, as that comes further out, Val, just remember that they're gonna feel like the bicep come up and in. Yeah, there you go. Because everyone will end up doing this to carry it here, and I was like, no, you want to have that space. And don't be afraid to move your collarbone. Yeah, there. It's sort of like up in feeling. Because everybody's so used to like that position.
Body with it too.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. There you go. So it's still a stiff leg deadlift kind of feeling, right? Still that sort of stiff leg deadlift feeling.
Yeah.
There you go. Attaboy. Is that 3 for you?
Yeah. Two?
Yeah? 2 or 3? 2? All right, one more. Well, it helps us control where our, get our shoulders. Yeah, it helps us get our shoulders in position.
Helping you move your shoulders.
Yeah, so I can reorient. Yeah, I can reorient that now.
So a lot of people, if they have like elbow problems or something like that, something like
Yeah,
this.
they haven't looked at this.
Yeah.
All the work is from here to here and not higher up.
So if your shoulder girdle is not like mobilized and it's locked up with
Yeah,
arms,
you're ending up bending through elbow.
they want to get full extension. Like if you're doing a closer bar push down, you can really only get to here, but you can only really get to here for full lock, but it's not full lockout. To get to here, your shoulder has to come around to get full extension. So that's why we're doing all this shoulder stuff, just to be able to get our bodies in a better position to be able to contract the triceps and biceps.
Perfect. Yep. Deal here again, confusion. We're doing arms and all of a sudden we're doing it looks like a dip. So we're gonna borrow this machine here. We're gonna keep our arms straight because we're gonna work on our pec minor kind of setup here.
Shoulders are in front of you though, right?
Yeah, my shoulders are facing in My elbows are straight, so we're not bending and unbending. We're actually just gonna let this come up, and we're gonna squeeze down.
So are your biceps facing forward or facing each other?
My biceps are facing each other. Okay, so if the handle, very simple rule, if the handle's facing this way, my elbows are gonna face this way. So what people get confused with is they go here, and then they drive their elbows backwards. And that's usually when you get some elbow pain and stuff. So all we're gonna do is go about up and in, down through. Now, for this to go all the way down, I'm gonna almost drive myself like up and back so that we're kind of moving away from each other. Everybody will want to get on top of this.
Do you think that weight is good?
I don't know, she's probably super strong. She's probably super strong. All right, you're gonna be right back there. She's smaller, but she's gonna be right back against here. Move you all back. Yeah, I don't know how much. I'm gonna have to hold you down.
I don't know if I can get there.
She's tiny, tiny. All right.
Stay directly in front of you.
So there. Now, these stay that way. Yep. So you can feel how you want to sneak back that way. So there. Now from there, these come up, and then all you're gonna do is that. There you go. And you're gonna push yourself up through me. There. It's a very small little motion. Now these are gonna come up as high as they can, so they're gonna come up and in. They'll come in anyway. So if I say these come up, you see how they come into you. So they'll look like this does this, and then out. So this would be narrow, and this would be wide. We're never gonna go lower than that. And it'll feel like kind of some feeling deep under the pec. So now you see she can start stabilizing for all the other stuff we want to do. It's like, oh, I have guys that can do that now, so I can decide to control some of that. Because when we get to bicep stuff, it's like, oh, there's some shoulder flexions in there. I want to make sure these guys know what to do.
Yeah.
So a lot of you guys might be confused now. We said, well, this is an arm video, just like we did some serratus work and with the pullover. Here we are doing some pec minor and pec work to kind of reorient where this shoulder girdle is. And so for some people, they want to get better development of this bicep stuff. They have to be able to move their shoulder girdle so stuff can start lining up. Almost everybody asks me about how do I supinate more to get more bicep, and what they don't realize is the position of their shoulder is actually more indicative of them having a problem versus how much more wrist can they get. So we're picking on front and back here to get some of this pec minor stuff so he has more control before we start doing some of this bicep tricep stuff. Yeah, so it'll take you to shrug. It'll kind of look like a triangle, and then out. Yep. So up and in, because there's a ligament right here. It's the only thing that's going to hold the shoulder together is right there. So it's always going to go up and in. And then it's going to feel like, how do I get wider? Yeah, there you go. That's a good one. Good. So your hands really aren't pushing at all. It's all stuff that's much up into the shoulder girdle. Your hands, as soon as you start thinking about your hands or the word up and down, as soon as you think the word up and down, your elbows want to bend.
Yeah.
So as soon as you realize it's just a shrug and out of the shrug. There you go. That push. Yeah, there. Like the lower you go, the more you want to get out of that.
So we're gonna start with tricep, skull crusher. I usually do them with the barbell. He's gonna show me with dumbbells. I love skull crusher. I feel like they feel so good for me. But I know a lot of people, and I used to be like, if I do seated, like I can feel them a lot in my elbow, in my shoulder. So I know a lot of people have a hard time like feeling them, like without like feeling in their elbow. So let's say someone wants to like start like their training, like say like arm day. Is there like a specific thing that it's better to like start with, like tricep, bicep, or it doesn't matter?
No, I don't think it really matters, as long as I would probably end up moving back and forth for most athletes, as opposed to, well, let's do all the triceps, now let's do all the biceps. I think kind of having to stabilize both sides, give yourself a little bit of rest, and kind of be able to move through them, I think is a lot easier to help teach control on both sides. Bench, okay, most gyms are gonna have one of these. We're using dumbbells, okay, but we're gonna be in a hammer position, right, parallel. Now this is about actually pushing up. So we're bending our elbows, but our elbows are now facing front to back. These dumbbells are going up So she's trying to go to the back wall and trying to go to the front wall. This is always facing up. So those big serratus muscles we used almost are gonna be in use the whole time. She's gonna give me shoulder blades to kind of stand on. So they're gonna come around the side. There you go. So a lot of people get caught tucking their arms back here. This is a shoulders up position. So her shoulders are wrapped and pushing to the ceiling. There you go, these are great. She's always using her abs, okay? And those dumbbells are going to the ceiling, going to the mirror, going towards me, going up and away from me. Good. You got it. This way. Up. Good. So that idea of they're going out versus backwards and bounce, so it's that feeling of like, oh, I've got to go around to get there. So it would feel like I'm trying to throw a soccer ball feeling. This is still protracted. Yep. That's why the elbows will stay this way, is because you get your shoulders to come out. Bend. And we're gonna just break that back. So we're not this way. Yeah, there. Yep. If anything's gonna feel like you end up kind of finished here versus here. Finished, like straight elbow there. See how that's radial deviation versus any of that, right? Like that's where the dumbbell is, on the end of that. Yeah, there you go, good. These are coming this way, even especially on the way out. So it's kind of, you're going to the back desk and then to the wall. This is very much like the overhead you do, right? Where you have to think about that going up and over. Yep, towards me, not the floor. It's kind of tabletop and then out of that. Good. Yep. That's your own preacher. Now you're doing imaginary preacher curl. So this is shoulder flexion the whole time and elbow flexion at the same time. Yeah. So everybody's gonna wanna do this, or everybody barks about dead zones, and I'm like, there's no dead zone now, because this is still on your shoulder. Yeah, it's heavy here. It's heavy in a different way here, okay? Bicep is always facing front, okay? So now we know our bicep faces front. Yeah, there you go, right? So from there, yep.
Huh?
May the force be with you.
All right, push and squeeze. Oh, sorry, did I mess that up? Sorry.
Yeah, a little bit. You messed it up more, but.
You messed it up more? Oh my gosh. He has perfect curl. Very passive aggressive. There we go. So we're gonna finish in this, what looks like a little W there. Okay, there you go. There, and think about pushing around a corner. There you go. And if that elbow does flex forward, I'm not so worried about it, because you have to push to get that. There we go. There. So this is just a drawbridge. She's just pulling the bridge to the wall. Okay, right? She has to push this forward. There's no like tucking in. Yeah, there's no tucking in here. Her arms are free to move forward. There you go. And push. See, it never comes off the shoulder, right? You see her delt and her pec should be involved in this. Good, there's our finish. There you go. Nice.
Ooh, that feels good.
Move my shoulder as part of bicep, yes? Again, there's a lot of this poor information about back and down. I'm like, no, it's just open.
Yeah.
Open and forward, that's it. And then just push. So this is just like bowling. I'm literally asking you to bowl a ball. And if you're like, I do this when I curl, I'm like, no, you go forward when you bowl. There you go.
Right? I
You feel it, eh? This is Robin's favorite now.
Yeah. I just feel like you feel like so in control too at the same time.
Yeah, you feel like you can lock it in the whole time. Yeah, this is like a game break for Robin. Yep. Push. Yep. You can leave your wrist behind you, and you can have a little elbow, shoulder flexion at the end. Yeah. There. That's it. Remember, it's still gonna feel like it's coming around. There you go. For delt. Once your front delt's going there, you can follow it right in. Push, 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 push through it. Yep. Squeeze, push. Atta girl. Push. Good. Push.
I know.
I got one left. I don't know what you're talking about. Forget one in reserve. They're like, 5 more, whatever.
Mine over.
Ah,
mine
totally.
30s, eh?
Pretty good though in length.
Yeah, some of us have 20-inch biceps and some of us don't.
What does Robin do?
You might be right where you are.
Yeah.
We're pretty close. I think I could push this one.
Yeah.
I could push this one, but we're pretty close. There we go. There, once you get that idea of this sliding, this is literally sliding around. So it's not elbow only by the end, it's shoulder too. There you go. That feeling of it getting longer. Like you'd have to lift it. There, yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you got it, there it was. There, lift it. There we go. You gotta lift it. Yep, there. That's it. It's pull to you. Keep pulling to you. Keep pulling to you. To you. To you. There. Yeah, you can literally see the split down her arms. Look, there's literally a split right here. There's her lateral head right there. So that dumbbell has to line up on this. She's literally lifting here. Not in here, over here. There you go. There. Now push the whole thing. Good, this is right on the edge for her. There. Push it around the corner. Push around the corner. Okay, I think pecs involved, shoulders involved. Push.
Happening.
So push. Good, don't lift it. Push it. And then think you curl it in. There, yep. Push, push, curl. There. Right at the end, you're just gonna finish that. There, yep. Good, it's just gonna feel like it comes towards you. There, that's it. Push,
Good.
push, there.
There you go, 5 more.
I was gonna help you, I'm going this way. I'm going this way. I'm going this way. There you go. Yep. When that elbow stops bending, when that elbow stops bending, that's stop bending.
One more.
There. Last one. Push your arms out. Long, long.
Wow.
There you go.
Hardest rep of my life.
All right, we're gonna move on to tricep pushdown on the cable. They're probably like my favorite. I mean, I just said that about skull crusher, but one of my favorite too. Really simple movement, but let's see what Eric says about tricep pushdown and just a little tweak for it.
Corners here, these bull horns, that means you can push into them, okay? So when you have a fixed handle, if you had an open handle, your shoulders just stay where they are and your hands typically go wide and wider to finish because they're just going backwards. But if my hands are fixed, I'm gonna have to, and now my elbows go from facing front to facing in and out. So by the time I get to the bottom, how can that, I can't go through my, so I end up moving my elbows. So now my shoulders will come over for me to push myself, and they gave you a handle to push out with. Okay, so it's not a push down, it's a push away and then out. Okay, so we end up on top of this. We're gonna break our wrist back versus hooking up here. We're gonna face front. By the time I'm going to the end, I'm facing in and out. There you go, good. And we're gonna have to push and squeeze. So it's not really down by the end, it's actually just in. There you go, good. So that looks like a push away and then a get on top and press out. Good. And then we see this head have to do some work now. Good. And then just at the top, just break this back a little bit. There, try that. There. Yes, so that feeling of like, I could squeeze in. You can unlock these a little bit. Just use lots of abs. There. Now it feels like a pullover. Oh, look at that, we did a pullover for this. Good. So I feel almost like I have to, there you go. We have all these doubles. I don't know many people that a machine can fit 3 completely different size humans, right? Or people that have perfect like external rotation alignment to the handles. Okay, so the things we don't negotiate with is this red dot needs to be lined up on an elbow. There's all kinds of people that end up like not on that. So this is where the machine pivots no matter what.
So every machine pretty much.
Every machine has a spot where we should line up the joint that we move through. The rest is then our application to the handle. So this is a giant preacher bench. We're just gonna think about how flat can I get this. Now, I still have to line up this top part of my shoulder here, and not everybody is gonna look like they stay square to this bench. So I don't, the square to the bench doesn't matter at all. I'm gonna try and push this because the entire thing, this rolls up, but this actually pushes towards Dorian. So I'm actually trying to push this over there, okay? It moves in a circle because that's the joint. I don't actually have to move the handle.
Yeah.
I just have to squeeze my bicep, okay? So I'm just pushing away to curl that up.
Keep as much of this on the pad as
Yep,
possible.
I don't care if this touches down here, but I'm gonna stay on that pad. I'm not gonna rock.
Almost like the lying hamstring.
Absolutely, this is a lying hamstring. The same idea that I'm pushing this way
That way.
to go there. What everybody wants to do is slide up this
Yeah.
because they think somehow pulling this up.
Or they want to like over.
Yeah, they want to lift. So I'm literally just pushing on this. If depending on length of arms and proportions, some people might end up closer and closer and closer. This doesn't get any closer to me than that.
Yeah.
This here, facing. Yeah, see how there's their long head there. So that has to be in line. So I'd never want to see something moving out of that. She might look like this looks wider, but this stays here. There you go. So we're going to control it way up here. Yeah, see there. Now you don't have to do very much with your hands. It's not going to go anywhere. You can even try and break your wrist back a little bit the other way. Try that. Let's see if that works. Because there's nothing lifting that. How's that feel? Does that feel better? There, see that pop out now? Watch. See the lateral head? Watch. That starts to come right out.
Pressed?
Yeah, see, look, the whole line comes right out. Yeah, versus the deviation that pulls it back to this one for you. Yeah, see how it almost fits out over here versus inside. Yeah, there, push. There, just break your wrist. Break it, there, that's it.
Yeah.
You're really just setting up square there. Yeah, right there. That's it. And then that guy, just push behind. Yeah, like you're gonna push into that so you can push this out more. When you get somebody on top, that usually means they want to lift it. When you get behind, you can shove it out. Yes, there you go. Push out. Yeah, good. You're just not used to staying here, that's all. You're not used to using this one only out here. This is the bias out here now. There you go. Yep. Yes, brother, good. Keep holding that position behind you. You feel what you're working on now? So this stays where it is. And as she stands up, she has to keep holding this position. So she's doing the same work, but the load is changing. And if I thought of that band exercise we did, this would be here. Straighten that elbow. There, good. Oh, that's a good load. Yep. That shoulder will feel like this is coming up into her shoulder. Good. Tighten in here. There, that's it.
Is that good?
Yep.
Am I good?
Yep. Yep. So if there's a Smith machine, you'd have to put your arms on the bar. And you'd have to keep them on the bar. There you go.
On my hand.
There you go. That's a good one. Yep, push. There, good. Good.
Pushing up, keep pushing up.
Yep. Straighten.
Gosh, man.
That was awesome. I love these are my favorite. But hope that you guys learned some like few things from it. I hope that you guys can like just, I mean, everything was like very simple. We kept like more like dumbbells, cables, so like you guys can do. If you guys try anything, let me know, tag me, either it's on Instagram, YouTube, leave a comment. If you guys are interested into like more like learning some movement or even activation stuff, let me know and I'll be happy to do that. But I hope you guys enjoyed it and I'm excited to bring you guys along with what's coming next.